What is up, Destined Ones? Welcome back to another Black Myth Wukong build guide video, and today this is one of the craziest build of this game, and man, oh man, this build wrecks each and every boss, like from easiest to the hardest bosses in this game, and you are going to love it. I know many people say that one shot builds are really boring, I don't like it, see-throughs and dodges are better. I truly understand, that is my preference as well, but one shot are really great when you are demolished, when you are beaten up by those bosses in the first playthrough, when you have struggled a lot beating those bosses in your first playthrough. Then this build is going to really help you out and really going to satisfy you in the new game plus, which is your second playthrough, one shotting almost all the bosses with max level satisfaction. Then this is the build for you, and yes, do watch it till the end. You will definitely gonna love it, and I will show you like really how to use the weapons, how to execute this build, which is the best armor set to one shot all the bosses. So let's do it. You can see my Destined One looks really badass, and there are many variants of this build. I'm going to show you for each and every boss, like where you can execute this build with perfection. Let's start with the build. So for the staff, I am using the Fang San staff, one of the best staff in the game. Like if you have completed your first playthrough, then easily you can obtain this staff by completing the Gauntlet of Legend challenge from the shrine. Go to any shrine, select the challenges, and you can just complete those challenges. And for the alternative, if you want to deal more raw damage, I will recommend Dark Iron staff. I will show you for a few bosses I will be using the Dark Iron staff, as well as it increases your attack based on your defense. So these are the two main staffs, and the Fang San staff will be the main one, and with the most boss fight I will be using this staff only. So this is the one with 132 attack and 12% critical hit chance, which is really great. And for the vessel, I am using the Weaver's Needle. I'm not going to use it as much in the boss fights, but as it increases your critical hit chance and critical hit damage, that's why I am using the Weaver's Needle. And the most important thing of this build is the Spirit, which is the Turtle Treasure. As you can see, considerably increases damage dealt by heavy attacks that cost 3 or 4 focus points, which is really important, because if you are going to one shot the enemies with your duplicates, the pluck of many, this is really important that the attack that you are going to do, which is the 4 focus heavy attack, so it deals a lot of amount of damage. So in order to deal a lot damage, then please use the Turtle Treasure. If you haven't got this, then please use the red haired Yaksha. It also deals the same amount of damage for the heavy attacks. And for a few bosses, I am going to use the OG Gore Eye Taoist, because when you use this Spirit and you are in that red circle, you will be able to see in a few boss fights the attack is considerably increased, and obviously the mana is also increased, so you have an advantage. So after that you can also use dual pluck of manis with that as well. So I'm going to show you in a few boss fights where it is required. So the main one is the Turtle Treasure and red haired Yaksha. You can use any of them. For this build I am using the Turtle Treasure. It is really great. And for the armor set, I am using the Yaksha armor set, which is normally the Outrage armor set. You can get this by completing chapter 5. When you defeat the Yaksha King, the final boss of chapter 5, you will get this armor set. And this is the only armor set which gives you additional 25% damage bonus. This is the one upgraded to mythical quality, significantly increases attack when health is low as well, so which is really great. So this is the build. And for the curious, I am using the gold button. When at full health, significantly increases attack. The second one is Auspicious Lantern, because the execution is, I'm going to show you where it is really helpful. When you are going into the cloud step, your critical hit chance, your attack is really increased, so it will deal a lot of damage when you are in the cloud step, and then you are going to hit enemies with the 4 focus heavy attack. So this really going to help you out and plays a big role in this build. And for the other two, I am using the Beast Buddhas, which you can easily get in chapter 3. You have to do some farming and you will be easily able to get those. And for the last one, I am using the White She-Cell Waist Chain, which slightly increases your attack. And the god, which is one of the most important thing for this build. The god, I am using the Multi-Glaze god, The last sip from the god significantly increases attack for a short duration, which is really important. You need to sip out all those 6 sips, then attack your enemy, because the last sip give you really huge attack bonus, significantly increases your attack. That's why it's going to really help you out one-shotting all the bosses, like almost all the bosses with ease. So this is the one. And for the drink, I am using the long balm. Each sip recovers 30% of maximum health and considerably increases attack. That's why this is the most deadly combination in this game. Multi-glaze god and the long balm drink, both are at mythical level. And for the soak, 3 tiger relics, as you can see, it increases your critical hit chance. And the last one is breath of fire. Using the god significantly increases attack for the next unveiling strike in the cloud step. That's why I told you, using cloud step before attacking the boss with the one shot is really important, because first of all it is really going to increase your attack and critical hit chance, and when in the cloud step it enhances every attack. So this is really important, you have to use it. So this is the entire build. And one more thing is really important: if you are in your first playthrough, please do complete all the secret areas, the secret bosses, and obviously especially Erlang, and then beat the game to get the true ending. When you are going to start the new game plus, it is really important to unlock unified minds relic. You will be able to unlock all these 5 without any issues, but to unlock the 6th relic, you need to complete all the secret areas, defeat all the secret bosses, defeat Erlang, and then beat the game. By beating Great Sage, get the true ending. So please unlock the unified minds. When the Destined One performs certain powerful moves, the duplicate will follow suit. So this is really important for this build. And in the self-advance, please do unlock most of the things, especially the critical hit chance and critical hit damage, which is really important in this build. Staff stances, mostly I'm going to use the smash stance as it deals the most damage in comparison to the other stance, and unlock all these as well for the maximum damage. For this build I'm going to use the immobilize, then please do max it out. For the alteration, as I already told you, max out the cloud step as it is really going to increase your damage in the unveiling strike. And for the strand, please do max out the plaque of many to maximize your duplicates damage, so you can one shot every boss in this game. Please use the long aura amplification palettes, as it really increases your attack, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. To get the 4 focus instantly, use the enhanced ginseng pellets. You can also use the tiger enhanced subduing pellets, which are really great in increasing your attack power. So this is the build for you.
One day you shall return. Yeah!